Hutchin just basically told me when I was out that you can basically hear everything that I'm saying. And I'm sort of going at the back of my mind, oh no, she's hearing the stories. But then I was reminded of a time when there was a crazy girl, you know, the one that where I had to get the restraining order. Anyway, to make a long story short, Hutchin found out about that. And she was like, and I was like, oh shit, she found out about that. And then Hutchin was like, I'm really, really angry. And I'm like, oh fuck, how am I going to diffuse this situation? And I'm like, what are you angry about? And she's like, I really, really want to hurt her. And I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, and I hate that about myself. I just want to make her suffer. And I'm like, oh my god, I picked the right one. So good. Hutchin's brownie points just like went through the roof. Crazy Hutchin. So hot. Like that raw darkness. Oh my god. It just came out of nowhere. Just that aura. It was like, oh shit. It's in there. It's in there. It sometimes comes out, but it's in there. Kid has it in her. Kid has it in her. I told you guys the story when we were in Akihabara, right? And she was pissed off about it because she considered the girls their competition. And we were walking, and she literally elbowed one of the maids, and she dropped like all her pamphlets on the floor. And I'm like, okay, gotta take Hutchin out of here. And then another time, like 2 years later, when she was also pissed off, I went there, and she literally had an umbrella. And we were crossing the road, and there was literally this girl dressed up as like a maid or something crossing the road. And Hutchin literally walked in front of me with her umbrella. And she literally spun it a little bit and clipped the girl here on the face. She almost took out a fucking eye. I'm like, okay, we're going to get Hutchin out of here before she kills somebody. She's like, my God. There's something in there, man. There's something in there. There is something in there. I don't know what it is, but I like it. We need to nurture that. Alright, let's continue. And I will finish my ice cream, I promise. No, wait a minute. I am not watching English. Fuck that shit. More like I'm bringing out the killer within her. She's got instinct. She's got instinct. Remember that story I was telling you? We were in Japan at the hotel and I was like being hyperactive. And I was bouncing around like an idiot. I'm like, you know, like playful stupidity. And she got a little bit pissed off. And so she clipped me in the mouth, like went bam. She busted my lip. And I was like, the fuck was that? And you know, she busted my lip pretty well. Like it was bleeding. No one's ever actually done that before. And I was like, I know this flavor. And I was bleeding. Like it was gushing, man. And she's like, oh shit, are you okay? And I'm like, my God. Man, I've been punched in the face by so many guys. None of them have managed to bust my lip or anything. Hutchin, this little, you know, just cracked me. I'm just, damn. Damn. That's hot. Nice. What? So you fought the witch? Wait a minute, couldn't Puck actually read his mind? In the early episodes, Puck actually knew things that were in Subaru's mind in the different timelines after he died. So Puck actually knows that he killed him in a previous timeline. Okay, guys, you gotta literally stop biting your nails. You need some sleep, man. You need some fucking eyelids. And seriously, that whole like priest monastery haircut, that's so 16th century England. See, it's no fun where they don't care that they're dying. Like, that was not fun at all. It just takes the fun out of killing him. I'm trying to figure out ways to torture him. Maybe we'll just lock him in a room and play Justin Bieber songs. I don't know. Nani? Oh, god damn it. Wow, this guy looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days. Wait, so Puck is OP as fuck. And Puck is always in Emilia's little thingy. And I can only assume she hasn't had to use him for the last couple of days, so he should have regenerated a lot of his strength. But I'm guessing while he's her familiar, he can't go all out. Still, given how powerful Puck is... Yeah, but then again, they were fighting that evil murdering woman and he was kind of running out of steam, so... I guess, yeah... I don't know. We'll work out how it works. Right! You gonna kill yourself? You mean stay in the city? Right? What? That's your solution to the problem? Wait, did he just become slothful? Dude. Dude. Dude, just stop. Oh, fuck! Can I just point out that she's literally describing hell? You're working to get more money, to work to get more money, to work to buy a house, to work to open a business, to work to have children, to work for the kids to grow up and be little shits, to work for the kids to hate you, to work to grow old, to work to die surrounded by your children. My God. I'm sorry, but if there's a hell, that's it. I mean, you're just doing work with no payoff. That's like masturbating without the payoff. What's the point? Is it really? With a wife like her? If there's anything that I've learnt from my time on this planet, Rem describes capitalism, Kuma, literal hell. That is a good one. You win today. You win. Oh, God. Yes. How do I say this without being a prick? You know how everyone has a favorite flavor of ice cream? And you buy so much of it from the store when it's on sale. And then you eat it. And then after a while, you're like, I wish I could have another flavor. I bought too much of this flavor. Now, even though at the time you bought that ice cream, it was your most favorite flavor, after a while, you start thinking about the other flavors. Get what I'm saying? Exactly. Be careful. See, this is why I don't even like signing telephone contracts over 2 years. I'm sorry, Rem, but you're describing the relationship between a human and a pet. And I feel physically ill. It could be the coffee with the pre-workout and the ice cream, or it could be the fact that I am absolutely losing my shit. Okay, let's just get through this. I thought she was gonna kiss him, but okay, the boobs, why not? The power of boobs, ladies and gentlemen. Can I slap him? The symbolism in this scene is actually quite nice. There is so much in this scene. There is so much in this scene. There is so much in this scene. One, you've got the two eyes. She's going from one eye to two, showing that she's actually expressing her true feelings. Two, he's basically given her the proposition of everything she could possibly want from him, because it's obvious that she's in love with him, and she's rejected him. Not because she doesn't want that life, but because she knows he's not being honest to himself, because she knows deep down he loves Emilia, and he wouldn't be fulfilling what he wants. So she loves him to the point that she's willing to sacrifice her own happiness in order to ensure he's happy. So her love hits that level of purity that's just pure bullshittery. And then she goes out of her way to snap him back into the best version of himself. So not only does she have feelings for him, but she understands him on such a deep level that she understands how to get him back to the frame of mind that makes him who he is. And then she literally, like, the fuck? There's so much in this goddamn scene. There's so much in it. And just 2 episodes earlier, she was literally twisted to death. And she went through literal hell just to try save him. Life is unfair. Life is simply fucking unfair. What, you people think that I can't understand a scene? Just what kind of sociopath do you think I am? Just because I have the opinion of something doesn't mean I don't understand it. I'm not an idiot. So I can finally talk about this. Each year, the author releases a what-if story on April 1st, which is Subaru's birthday, by the way. And each story is a deviation from the path he takes in the main story. Here, for example, if Rem actually took his offer and went with him, it would have started the what-if Sloth route. When she rejected his offer, and I didn't realize this 5 minutes ago when she explained the story, but she demonstrated the depth at which she thinks things through. She didn't just reject his offer because it wasn't a good offer. She actually thought it through from beginning to end and then made the informed decision. So if we assume that she's thinking about everything at that type of depth, poor thing. And when she was describing the way he was sleeping and all that sort of stuff, half of those scenes were with Emilia. That is so cruel, like she put it. It's so cruel. Life is simply unfair. It fucks me because she's so pure about it. That's what fucks me about this. It fucks me that the genuine people are always the ones that get screwed over. And as you can imagine, almost all Rem fanboys dropped this anime because of I Love Emilia. I think people must have missed the point if they drop a story just because it doesn't go the way they want. But anyway, let's not get into that discussion. But god damn it. Like, it's cruel. It's unbelievably cruel. This scene is densely packed, and it's quite a roller coaster watching it for the first time because you don't actually know what you're getting from it. I now have full hindsight of the scene, so I can pick it apart and understand the full story of it. But in the beginning, as I'm watching it, it's a completely different story. You're going through the emotions and thinking about it for the very first time, and it impacts you emotionally. Only after you've finished watching the entire scene do you get the whole logical, rational context, which you can then string together and start picking apart the different layers. At the beginning, initially watched that, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, God, no, please, God. Oh, God, how am I going to get through this? You know, I can't take this cutesy crap any further. And then it's like, hang on, there's more to it than that. It's got a bit of substance. It's not just being cutesy for the purpose of being cutesy. And it's like, holy shit, she actually understands him as a character. Wow, that makes sense. And that ties in with, oh, okay. And then this whole thing just packages together. And you're sort of like, God damn it. You didn't get me at the beginning when you were talking about your cutesy life plan, because that's not going to work on me. No, thank you. You're not going to get me on the whole self-hatred, my life's been shit up until now because, oh, okay, we all go through that phase. The real question is, what are you going to do about it now? We all have that self-realization phase that, Subaru just had. All right, I get it, right? We all realize that we've been pathetic up until that point and we've been a little bitch about our lives. Cool, you're aware of it. So what are you going to do about it from now? All right, so you're not going to get me on that one. And then they just lay out this whole... she literally puts herself on the table. And she knows exactly... she makes the decision for him because she knows it's the right decision for him. And she lays it out on the table, and she's vulnerable. She's herself. She's showing her true self. And it's that vulnerability and trust and selflessness, and it's just like, it's overpowering in a sense because it never happens in real life. It's just so pure. You can't not feel it when it's that pure. You can't not. And then you just feel bad because she knows that it's not going to happen. It's so bittersweet in a sense. It's disgustingly pure, And you're just like, Like I said, the author managed to make an entire episode based on pure dialogue so incredible. It's a genius move. It's well thought out. It's very well thought out. There's a lot of depth. Notice that most things this episode took place in one spot. It's packed with characterization. And I'm only watching this for the first time. I'm probably only scratching the surface level, right? If I'm watching this for the second time, I'm sure I would pick up more symbolism. But just damn. God damn it. God damn it. And this is so different from the gore fest we've watched in the past few episodes. It was so dark. It was dark. And then this just cuts through that. My God. And people boil this anime down to just waifu wars. I don't think a lot of people can actually digest this depth of substance. This takes a little bit of thinking and a little bit of life experience and a little bit of empathy to really digest. And I'm probably not digesting the whole thing. I'm probably touching one or two layers, and there's probably a whole lot more layers. This is not some surface level bullshit. You actually have to have focused and invested yourself in the characters to appreciate it. If you didn't invest yourself in this anime up until this point, there is no way you can appreciate this scene. It's as simple as that. Let's finish the scene. This is beautiful in a very. It's yeah. It's oh god damn it. Zero, I'm probably missing the whole title reason, but that's fine. I'm probably missing the whole reason. I get it. It's called Zero, start from zero. What, life in another world from zero. Oh, okay, roll credits. You know, roll credits sort of thing. But it's just that was good. That was good. No, we're out of time. We're out of time. It's 11 o'clock. That's a lot to digest. I'm probably going to be digesting that for the next evening and probably halfway through tomorrow, to be honest. I'm probably going to have a little bit to say about this next Anime Monday when I've had time to actually digest and think about it. But that was a very that was a roller coaster. It went super dark. It went to a few places, then it dropped down to hopelessness. I was really getting annoyed with Subaru. I think it became obvious. At a certain point, I was just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I know at the back of my mind, is broken. I mean, he's just been broken. He is beyond his limit. It's probably not even dissociative personality like I threw the idea. He's probably just broken to the point that his mind is desperately trying to cling to any option it can. Whether it be begging sociopaths or trying to you know, he's beyond his limit. He doesn't know what to do. And it in a really fucked up way, Rem just goes along with whatever he does. Because in all those different routes, he's got this idea, no matter how suicidal or stupid, and she goes along with it because she's got this faith in him, even though he's insane at that point. And when he finally breaks down because he can't think of a single way to deal with the situation, and he just wants to run away, it's an opportunity for her to get him all to herself. But she can't do it. It's not in her nature. And that goes to her credit because probably a majority of people would just go with it and run. It's... there's a lot here. There's a lot here. It's going to take me the week to properly digest it. I'm happy that he came to the self-realization. I mean, he would have known the entire time. He himself acknowledged a lot of the things that I was complaining about regarding him. Regarding taking responsibility, regarding him just being arrogant and prideful. And we've all been there. We've all done that. This was a real wake-up call for him. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes from here. Good on ya to getting Subaru. Many people don't. I don't know. I don't want to sound like... I don't want to sound like I'm anything special or egotistical saying this, but I don't think a lot of people pay enough attention to anime to appreciate anything with actual substance. I think a lot of people watch the surface level of a show, which is why fan service and, you know, quick thrills and jump scares are so popular. But anything with actual depth, character development, and an underlying story gets sort of skipped because it requires a bit of brain power. You know, and I can't blame people for this, because I think a lot of people use anime and games and other forms of entertainment media to escape their lives, and they usually watch these things at the end of a day, whether they're studying or working, and they're mentally fatigued at that time, so they can't get switched on enough to do it. I mean, I'll admit, even I had to coke up on coffee, you know, to maintain what little brain function I have left at the end of the day. You could probably see the difference between Kuma in the in the morning when I'm doing gaming versus in the evening after Monday of work when I'm doing anime. There's a clear difference. So I can't blame people for not being that switched on. But at the same time, it's a real shame, because things like this don't get the recognition they deserve, which means instead of getting, say, for example, a 24-episode season, they get a 12-episode season, you know? I don't think this anime is waifu wars for multiple reasons, because it's been very clear from the beginning who the character is interested in. I don't think it's been sugar-coated or not obvious since episode 1. I mean, he's been a cuck since episode 1, let's face it. So I think it's more so the different anime viewers just having a pick of who they like, which, again, perfectly fine, but are we talking about the anime, or are we talking about your personal preference? Because those are two different conversations, you know? That's like having a conversation, and I'm going to use Danganronpa as an example, of discussing the story versus discussing which character I like most. Different conversations, if you get my meaning. But overall, very good anime, I will admit. It took me by surprise on many elements. I've said this multiple times before. It spun my expectation upside down, especially when it comes to going into like a different world or a video game or an imaginary world. You sort of expect to be the hero that saves the day every day. You know, a little bit like Sword Art Online. And this is like, nope, you get stabbed and you fucking die. You go in the house and you fucking die. You think you saved the day. Nope, you're dead. You know, which was very refreshing. But it switches it up. It goes from happy slice of life to gore fest, everyone dying. And so it's bouncing from these two things. And the bounce starts very small initially, right? Slice of life, everything's going fine. You're dead. It's a little bit dark. Oh, it's a little bit happy. You're going on a date. You're all dead again. Oh, it's going really well now. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You gotta have this fight. Oh, you've survived that. Cool. Chapter 1 in the city is done. Now you're going into the mansion. Oh, look, is a naked father. Oh, look at this. Look at that. You're dead again. It's getting darker. Oh, we're going back to slice of life. It's dark again, you know? We go back to slice of life. The little doggy just fucking bit you and you're dead and the kids are probably demons. You're going back in time, back to slice of life. You have a date with... Who did he have a date with? Rem, or he had a date with Emilia? He had a date with somebody. All the little kids aren't the demons. It's actually the little puppy dog. Guess what? You're in a dark forest now. Everything is dark as shit for the next 2-3 episodes. You've survived that. You can have a little bit of slice of life in the city with, 4 or 5 princesses and a little bit of fan service and all this sort of shit. Bam, it's dark. Everyone's dead again. It's darker than before. So it's the circle, the jump is getting longer every time. And then it jumps to another slice of life with the princesses. Everyone, like the last 2-3 episodes have been dark as shit. And it's been getting progressively darker and darker and darker. The first time it was like fucking Rem getting killed, right? Getting stabbed or crushed or whatever the fuck. And then it went to fucking Twister. Come on, man, that was fucked. And then they're like, all right, we're done killing Rem. Let's fucking kill Ram. Or whatever the fuck. And then it's like, yeah, now we're killing Emilia. Everyone's fucking dying now. And, you know, we've hit the pinnacle of the new level of darkness. What do? They fucking throw you REM fan service with, you know, a deeply complex, pure love story. After you've just watched a girl literally have her heart explode from inside her body. I mean, if that's not switching, I don't know what is. Does that sum it up for you guys? Because that's how I fucking feel at the moment about this anime. And it's done very well. Some anime try to do it and they pull it off very poorly. Because it comes across as like, what are you telling? Are you telling a love story? Or is it gore porn? I'm kind of lost here. Whereas this anime actually pulls it off really, really well. It doesn't overdo it. And when it does it, it just keeps increasing the intensity. It's a good anime. It's a good anime. It's a really good anime. But it takes a lot out of you. I will admit. I will admit. In a good way. If I can be honest, episode 18, 25. The last time I had an anime this impactful, I would have to say Agamika Kill and Angel Beats. And when they hit you with something in episode 18 with this much depth, I'm suspiciously eyeing episode 23, 24, and 25. Reason being, I know that most anime seasons are 12 episodes. They've got 24. Cool. And then they gave them an extra episode. I fucking fear these 3 episodes. Because the writer's clearly demonstrated that he knows how to play with people. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're in for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess I'm in for the... serious question. How many of you are actually watching this for the first time with me? And how many of you have already watched this? Just type it in chat. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see how many people know what's happening and how many people are just watching this for the first time. And it's obvious that a few people have watched it because we've got a Sin Archbishop of Pride in the crowd, and I wonder where he's from. So how many people have seen this? Watched already, read the novels, watched it a lot, watched it multiple times, seen it, watched it. Alright, so I'm getting a lot of watched it. I was blind the first stream, but not anymore. Well, it sounds like someone watched the first episode, liked it, and binged it. Watched it and read it, watched it. Is there anyone here that hasn't watched it? Is there anyone here that's watching it for the first time? Anyone at all? Because I would honestly... You haven't. Okay. Okay, 2 people. Frickin' AX. I would honestly recommend, since there's only another 6 episodes, that you watch them yourself, experience it, and then come and watch it with me. Because it is possible that I could be corrupting your interpretation of the story and the meaning by, you know, being me and commentary and comments. Because this is striking me as the type of anime that leaves you thinking. And I kind of don't want to deprive anyone of the opportunity to go through that experience, interpret their meaning and their message and their lesson, and then come with me and then see what I come up with, and then we discuss it. For some reason, I haven't really been able to get into it, even though it seems like something I'd usually like. Huh. I prefer watching and reading in sequence if possible. Well, that's typically the way you do it, in sequence. I wouldn't skip episodes. Those are just my 2 cents. That's what I try to avoid. I don't want to corrupt you. Please don't corrupt me. I want to remain innocent. Seeing it more than once, actually. Okay, I'm going to have to wrap it up really soon because I told Hutchin 11 o'clock. It's now 11:10. And she's got to edit because she is releasing one of her websites very soon. So the girl's working really hard. Like, really hard. Doing really well. No, this is a very deep anime. This has definite rewatch potential. Well, for me, I only watched this first season though through reactions, but got to know how the story. I mostly want to make sure that everyone gets the most out of the experience as possible. I definitely do appreciate that people are interested in my reaction to this, and I love you guys for it. But at the same time, I want to make sure that you guys get the most from the experience as possible. That's the only reason why I sort of recommend if you haven't watched it yourself. By all means, you don't have to listen to what my idea is. You can just tell me to fuck off. You're well within your right to. But like, if I was sitting in your shoes and watching someone, I would totally watch it myself, interpret it my way, and then watch it with someone else. And then discuss it, obviously. Because that's what we're here for at the end of the day. All right, Kuma's going to get off the computer so Hutchin can edit and do her work. Kuma's going to take a shower and go to sleep and possibly spend the next 8-9 hours tomorrow working. And then next week's going to be awesome. I will get these episodes edited for you guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. They'll be on Patreon. Attack on Titan will be on Patreon. I'll get them all up there. I know last week I didn't do Anime Monday, so that's all sorted. I'll get them up. Don't worry. Fab, I'll try to leave this stream on for as long as I can. Guys, if there are any highlight clips, please go do them now. As soon as I turn off this stream, Twitch starts scanning it. As soon as it realizes there's songs and shit, it flags it. And that's, at that point, it just gets taken down. So if there's any clips that you guys think are highlights, go clip them now, please. Because this stream won't be up for more than a few hours if we're lucky. So please, if there are any highlights, please clip them ASAP, like right now. Even if you have one clip in mind, go clip it straight away and then go to bed and do whatever you guys want. Because trust me, it'll be gone in a few hours. Twitch just goes pew. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. You guys are adorable. I can tell what type of people you guys are by the type of people you like. You guys are adorable. You guys are adorable. You guys are adorable. What the fuck are you doing around someone like me? All right, guys. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a blast. I did. I will see you all next weekend. Next weekend, we've got Persona 5 Strikers. We've got Nier Replicant. And then we've got Anime Monday. Keep an eye on Discord. Keep an eye on Patreon. I will see you all next weekend. Till then, Ninja Kuma out. Bye.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.